Hello, I'm John Baldwin, and welcome to the J-Bal Music Vault podcast. And on this episode, with Thanksgiving just around the corner, we're going to be listening to some Thanksgiving theme songs. You know, we should always be thankful for everything that we have in our lives and what God has given us. And so with that in mind, we're going to start with a classic hymn. This is called Come Ye Thankful People, Come.
Safely gathered in, ere the winter
Against the white walls, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back.
And that was William DeVaughn and his top 10 hit from 1974, Be Thankful for What You've Got. Now here's Bobby Darin with an interesting twist on a thank you song, actually thanking the girl that dumped him so that he would end up going to another girl and dating her. This one will get your fingers snapping and your toes a tapping. Up next, Johnny Cash, who was a great singer and a storyteller. And here is a Thanksgiving story from his TV show.
Thanksgiving is the day that we're reminded to be thankful for the things that we've got. Though it may seem like little, sometimes we've always got something to be thankful for. I'd like to tell you a story about a man that I think has a lot to be thankful for. On Thanksgiving Day, a family sat down to have their meal. There was very little on the table, a few things from the field. No turkey, fancy dressing, some bread and a little beans. For the crops had been a failure, and the times were pretty lean. The father bowed his head. It was their habit to say grace, and a calmness came over his lined and wrinkled face. Dear Lord, he said, we thank you, for the sun was warm today. And we thank you for the singing of the birds and the laughing of the children as they played. And thank you for that neighbor of mine that fixed my plow. Thank you for that old plow horse. We sure could use a cow. Thank you for the muscle. I can stand the ache. Just let me have your blessing on all I undertake. And I thank you for this country, too. We've troubles now and pain, but with your help, Lord, we'll get back to where the road is smooth again. And thanks for all the love we've got and the strength to work my land. But there's nothing, Lord, that I can't do if you lend a helping hand. Thank you for my good wife, Lord, and the children that I've got. They love me for the things that I am, and they forget the things I'm not. And if somebody's down and out, Lord, and they're praying you would heed, just send them over to see me, Lord. I got more than I need. The day I worked so hard, my feet was aching. I never stopped griping about the little bit of money I was making. On my way home, I passed a man, and he was smiling, and he was crippled. Lord, forgive me when I whine. The world is mine, and I'm doing fine. I just want to say I thank you for the food I eat, and I thank you, Lord, for the place I sleep, and I thank you for my coat that keeps me warm. Yes, and my feet that take me where I want to go, and my eyes that see the sunset's glow, and my ears that hear what they would know. I thank you, Lord, the world is mine, and I'm doing fine. Yes, the world is mine, and I'm doing fine. But some folks never seem to get happy. Is it just because that they're so busy getting mad, never taking time to be thankful or lend a helping hand to a fellow man? Oh Lord, his heart is filled with hate, and his mind is planted on the sinking sand. I just want to say I thank you for the food I eat, and I thank you for the place I sleep, and I thank you, Lord, for the coat that keeps me warm. Yes, and my feet that take me where I want to go, and my eyes that see your sunset's glow, and my ears that hear what they would know. I thank you, Lord, the world is mine, and I'm doing fine. Just want to tell you that the world is mine, Lord. I thank you now, and I'm doing fine.
I met a soldier on the base at Fort Hood. I said, how do you do it? He said, there's bad with the good. And no matter how tough it gets, the soldier stands strong, keeping our family flag and country free, righting the wrong. I met a soldier. She was thanking me. At first it was strange to hear, and then I started to see what it meant to have someone appreciate her sacrifice and everything she gives for us, defending our rights. God bless the soldier as they walk the streets. Let them know how much it means to have them keep our country free. When you meet a soldier, stand and salute. Take a moment to show your love for everything that they do. Don't be afraid, give them your praise, for this is the stranger that is willing to give their life for you. God bless the soldier.
Rhonda Vincent, and a great tribute to our men and women in the military called God Bless the Soldier. One thing I'm always grateful and thankful for is music. I wouldn't be doing this podcast if I wasn't. And so here is a song by ABBA called Thank You for the Music.
I'm nothing special. In fact, I'm a bit of a bore. If I tell a joke, you've probably heard it before. But I have a talent, a wonderful thing, 'cause everyone listens when I start to sing. I'm so grateful and proud. All I want is to sing it out loud. So I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. Mother says I was a dancer before I could walk. She says I began to sing long before I could talk. And I've often wondered, how did it all start? Who found that nothing can capture a heart like a melody can? Well, whoever it was, I'm a fan. So I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. I've been so lucky. I am the girl with golden hair. I wanna sing it out to not a chance. Thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without a song or dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down a road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. I'm not ashamed to say, I hope it always will stay this way. My hat is off, won't you stand up and take a bow? And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, well, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. 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 If it's a car you lack, I'd surely buy you a Cadillac. Whatever you need, any time of the day or night. I'm not ashamed to say, I hope it always will stay this way. My hat is off, won't you stand up and take a bow? And when we both get older, with walking canes and hair of gray, have no fear, even though it's hard to hear. I will stand real close and say thank you for being a friend. I wanna thank you. Thank you for being a friend. I wanna thank you. Thank you for being a friend. I wanna thank you. Thank you for being a friend. I wanna thank you. Let me tell you about a friend. I wanna thank you. Thank you for being a friend. I wanna thank you. Thank you for being a friend. I wanna thank you. Thank you for being a friend. And when we die and float away, I'll sing your name. Then once again, thank you for being a Thank you for being a friend. I wanna thank you. Thank you for being a friend. I wanna thank you. Thank you for being a friend. I wanna thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Oh, I'll tell you about a friend right now. Thank you for being
From 1978, that is Andrew Gold, and Thank You for Being a Friend. And we're going to switch to a couple of doo-wop songs here. Up first, Sonny Till and the Orioles, and Thank the Lord, Thank the Lord.
I got my room and my boy.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
Got a Model T Ford.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
Contentment needs no reward.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord. The summer sun will arrive.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
I know the truth will survive.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
I'm mighty glad I'm alive.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord. I don't need a thankful to be thankful. That's my policy. Gratitude is riches.
Complaint is poverty.
I'm in the United States.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
Got a smile on my face.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
I love the whole human race.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord. Got a friend till the end.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
Got a dollar to lend.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
I got a church to attend.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord. Got the grass and the trees.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
Got the sun and the breeze.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
And I can pray as I please.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
I really don't need a plateful to be grateful. That's my policy. It may feel fine to stuff yourself, but that's gluttony.
I got the good feet to use.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
Got a shine on the shoes.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
And I can walk where I choose.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord.
Give thanks, and the Lord will light your way. Give thanks, give thanks, get down on your knees and pray. I was weary all alone, didn't have a place to call my home. I started to pray and pray all night long. My joy is full, so very full, and the Lord has heard my plea, and I give thanks, yes, give thanks to Thee. Give thanks, 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 give thanks to Thee. Well, I was weary
And that was the Platters, and a good reminder to always give thanks. One of my all-time favorite Christian rock bands is Petra. I love the album More Power to You, and here is a great cut off of that album, a song of praise called Let Everything That Hath Breath Praise the Lord.
Let everything that hath breath praise the Lord. Let every creature under God's sun praise the Lord. Let all the mountains, let all the valleys, let all the hillsides sing of His glory. Let everything that hath breath praise the Lord. Israel had a war to fight, but the Lord showed them the secret. He said the battle this day is mine, but you must listen how to do it. Put your singers first, in front of the rest. Let them praise and sing to me, and you will see the salvation of your God, and watch your enemies flee. Let everything that hath breath praise the Lord. Let every creature under God's sun praise the Lord.
Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. For no matter how far away you roam, when you long for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home. I met a man who lives in Tennessee, and he was heading for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home.
I met a man who lives in Tennessee, and he was heading for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie.
From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home. For the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home.
The Carpenters from their great and classic Carpenters Christmas album and Home for the Holidays. This next song is very sentimental, and if you know anything about Bob Hope and his TV shows or the shows he did with the USO, he always did this song at the end. So here is Bob Hope and Thanks for the Memories.
Thanks for the memory of sentimental verse, nothing in my purse, and chuckles when the preacher said, for better or for worse.
How lovely it was. Thanks for the memory of Schubert's serenade, little things of jade, and traffic jams and anagrams and bills we never paid.
How lovely it was. We who could laugh over big things were parted by only a slight thing.
I wonder if we did the right thing. Oh, well, that's life, I guess.
I love your dress.
Do you?
It's pretty.
Thanks for the memory of faults that you forgave, rainbows on a wave,
and stockings in the basin when a fellow needs a shave. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the memory of tinkling temple bells, alma mater yell,
and Cuban rum and towels from the very best hotels.
Ah, how lovely it was. Thanks for the memory of cushions on the floor, hashed with Dinty Moore, that pair of gay pajamas that you bought and never wore.
Say, by the way, whatever became of those pajamas?
Huh?
Huh?
We said goodbye with a highball.
Then I got as high as a steeple.
Did you?
But we were intelligent people.
No tears, no fuss,
hooray for us.
Strictly ingenue, darling, how are you?
And how are all those little dreams that never did come true?
Awfully glad I met you.
Cheerio and toodaloo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, we're going to turn to some bluegrass music here, and Jim and Jesse McReynolds and Thank God for the USA.
Thank God for the USA. In this world that is drifting and changing, when the faith of the people is torn, there's a nation of hope and of freedom, where the sons of courage are born. 'Tis a land of the star-spangled banner, 'tis a nation as fair as the day. Thank God for the land born of freedom, thank God for the USA. Let us trust in the faith of our fathers and the emblem of red, white, and blue. May it wave o'er our nation forever, for the brave and the free and the true. Let us give thanks to God now and ever, for our country, the land of the free. Thank God for the land born of freedom, thank God for the USA. Thank God for the USA, land of the brave and true. Thank God for the true American way, for the stars and the red, white, and blue. Thank God for the land we love, life and our liberty. Thank God for the right to be an American, thank God for the USA. To our Almighty Father in heaven, to the one that is higher than all, may He lead, may He guide us and keep us. By His grace we never shall fall. For the stars and the stripes of Old Glory, let us humbly and earnestly pray. Thank God for the land born of freedom, thank God for the USA. Thank God for the USA, land of the brave and true. Thank God for the true American way, for the stars and the red, white, and blue. Thank God for the land we love, life and our liberty. Thank God for the right to be an American, thank God for the USA.
Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back. Ain't much an old country boy like me can't hack. It's early to rise, early in the sack. I thank God I'm a country boy. Well, a simple kind of life never did me no harm. Raising me a family and working on the farm. Days are all filled with an easy country charm. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. When the work's all done and the sunset low, pull out my fiddle and I rosin up the bow. Kids are asleep, so I keep it kind of low. And thank God I'm a country boy. I'd play Sally Gooden all day if I could, but the Lord and my wife wouldn't take it very good. So I fiddle when I can, work when I should. And thank God I'm a country boy. country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Woo-hoo! My life for diamonds or jewels, I never was one of them money-hungry fools. Rather have my fiddle and my farming tools. Thank God I'm a country boy. Yeah, city folk driving in a black limousine. A lot of sad people thinking that's a mighty keen. Son, let me tell you now exactly what I mean. I thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Yeah! Was my daddy's till the day he died, and he took me by the hand, held me close to his side, said live a good life, play my fiddle and cry, and thank God you're a country boy. Well, my daddy taught me young how to hunt and how to whittle, taught me how to work and play a tune on the fiddle, taught me how to love and how to give just a little. Woo! Thank God I'm a country boy, yeah!
It was back last October, I believe it was. We was going to hold a tent service off at this college town, and we got there about dinner time on Saturday. And different ones of us thought that we ought to get us a mouthful to eat before that we set up the tent. And so we got off of the truck and followed this little bunch of people through this small little bitty patch of woods there. And we come up on a big sign. It says, "Get something to eat here." And I went up and got me 2 hot dogs and a big orange drink. And before that I could take every mouthful of that food, this whole raft of people come up around me and got me to where I couldn't eat nothing, up like, and I dropped my big orange drink. I did. Well, friends, they commenced to move, and they want so much that I could do but move with them. Well, we commenced to go through all kinds of doors and gates and I don't know what all, and I looked up over one of them and it says North Gate. And we kept on going through there, and pretty soon we come up on a young boy, and he says, "Ticket, please." And I says, "Friend, I don't have a ticket. I don't even know where it is that I'm going." I did. Well, he says, "Come out as quick as you can." And I says, "I'll do her. I'll turn right around the first chance I get." Well, we kept on moving through there, and pretty soon everybody got where it was that they was a-going, because they parted and I could see pretty good. I could. And what I seen was this whole raft of people a-setting on these 2 banks and a-looking at one another across this pretty little green cow pasture. Well, they was. And somebody had took and drove white lines all over it and drove posties in it and I don't know what all. And I looked down there and I seen 5 or 6 convicts a-running up and down and a-blowing whistles. They was. And then I looked down there and I seen these pretty girls a-wearing these little bitty short dresses and a-dancing around. And so I sat down and thought I'd see what it was that was going to happen. I did. And about the time I got set down good, I looked down there and I seen 30 or 40 men come running out of one end of a great big outhouse down there. They did. And everybody where I was a-setting got up and hollered. And about that time, 30 or 40 come running out of the other end of that outhouse, and the other bank full, they got up and hollered. And I asked this fellow that was sitting beside of me, I says, "Friend, what is it that they're hollering for?" Well, he whopped me on the back and he says, "Buddy, have a drink." Well, I says, "I believe I will have another big orange." And I got it and sat back down. And when I got down there again, I seen that them men had got in two little bitty bunches down there. They had rail close together, and they voted. They did. They voted and elected one man apiece. And them two men come out in the middle of that cow pasture and shook hands like they hadn't seen one another in a long time. And then a convict come over to where they was a-standing, and he took out a quarter, and they come insta odd man right there. They did. Well, after a while, I seen what it was that there's odd man in for. It was that both bunches full of them men wanted this funny-looking little pumpkin to play with. They did, and I know, friends, that they couldn't eat it because they kicked it the whole evening and it never busted. But anyhow, what I was a-telling was that both bunches full wanted that thing, and one bunch got it, and it made the other bunch just as mad as they could be. And friends, I seen that evening the awfulest fight that I have ever seen in my life. I did. They would run at one another and kick one another and throw one another down and stomp on one another and grind their feet in one another and I don't know what all. And just as fast as one of them would get hurt, they'd tote him off and run another on. Well, they done that as long as I sat there. But pretty soon, this boy that had said, "Ticket, please," he come up to me and he says, "Friends, you're going to have to leave because it is that you don't have a ticket." And I says, "Well, all right." And I got up and left. And I don't know, friends, to this day what it was that there's a-doing down there, but I have studied about it. And I think that it's some kindly of a contest where they see which bunchful of them men can take that pumpkin and run from one end of that cow pasture to the other without either getting knocked down or stepping in something.
Love that song from 1975. It was #1. And John Denver, "Thank God I'm a Country Boy." Well, I'm going to wrap up this edition of the J-Bal Music Vault podcast with a great song of praise to God. This is from Marilyn McCoo, who was a member of the Fifth Dimension. This is "To God Be the Glory."
Can I say thanks for all the things you have done for me? Things so undeserved, yet you gave to prove your love for me. And the voices of a million angels could not express my gratitude. All that I am and ever hope to be, I owe it all to thee. To God
like it.